towards sheet, I will be explaining you few terms of the sheet. If you are familiar, that is good. Can anyone tell me what is cell? What is cell? Anyone of you?
Intersection of rows and column is called cell.
Yes.
Great. Intersection of rows and columns is called cell. Very good. Anybody knows what is the cell address known as? What is cell address?
Cell address shows the row number and the column number.
Great.
Column alphabet.
So you all are familiar with each and everything. It's great. Okay. What is formatting in the term of cell? What is formatting?
Formatting probably resizing the font, like in the
You can change the height and the width of the
cell.
It is just only the changing of height and width of the cell or the data?
Data
Basically, is the appearance of a cell.
Great, great. You got it. It's basically the term we use to change the appearance of the sheet. See, how to open the sheet? It is same procedure. You are going to type on the Omnibox sheet.google.com. The sheet will be open. Then for when you go to 9 dots, so this is the 9 dots, which is called waffle. From here, you can select sheet and you can go for it. Okay, when we select sheet, we open a sheet. A new template is open. See, here also, when you open, as I showed you in the doc, there is a template gallery here. Here also you will get many templates to make annual budget, monthly budget, good finance, Google Finance, investments, and many more. You can see here. This is what you can get. These are all ready-made templates. Now I am moving towards a blank template. Sharing process is also same as it was in the doc. Like when you click on share, same thing, you get 2 things. You want to share it with the link. 1 minute, let it open. So I will open and show you how it shares. See, this is what happening today. Things are not responding. Okay. So this is a share option. When you click on share, I told you in the doc also, you have to give a name to your sheet also here. So if I give demo, then only I will be able to share it. Okay. Now for sharing, again, there are 2 options. One is restricted. You don't want anybody to edit anything. If you are sharing to anyone, then you have 3 options here. That person can view, comment, or edit in the same manner as you were doing there. Then the advanced setting is also there the same way. Nobody can download. Nobody has a permission to copy or print. So you can click on this. Then you want editor, you want commentator and view. Whatever mode you want to give to your colleagues, you can use this also here. Okay, done. So this is a sheet. I was talking about formatting. So I'm moving to different sheet. Just to save your time, I've already maintained a sheet with the data. There only I can show you how formatting is done, how different features we can use of sheet. Okay, So this is the sheet here. Now simple formatting, this is simple data I have typed. So if I want this data to create a form of a table with all the borders in this, I will select my cells, the data which is there. I will click on all borders to create the border. Now the border will be created. Then in case I want this first cell to be of different color, so I will select the first cell and color it with different color. And now I want this heading to be bold. So I will be using B option here. In case you want this to be a little slanted, the headings, so to look different, you can go and click on I. So a little tilted italic style will be there in your font. In case the heading you want to increase, you can increase the font size from here, and accordingly you can use your data. You can also change the color of the font which you want. From here, this is the font color changing. So you want a blue color font, you can make it blue, you can bold it. This is what a simple formatting is. Then there are alignment also, there are merging also. You want to merge two cell, like these two cell I want to merge. So this is merging option here. I can merge this cell. This also comes in formatting. Now there is a text, all are in the left alignment. I want these alignments to be changed. So there are three options, whichever option you want your text to be left aligned, you can select left alignment. You want it in the center, you can select center. You want it in the right side, so you can go for right alignment. So this is how you can do this alignments. Then vertical alignments are also there. Like you want your data or the alphabets or numbers, whatever it is, on the top portion. So you can click on this. You want it in the center, on the middle portion, you can click on this. And you want at the bottom of the cell, so you can go for this. Then there are many more. Yes. Then what happens when you start typing text? It goes beyond your cell. Now, when you have to work, you are surprised how to make it different. Like how to adjust it into the cell. You just select the cell, go to this option, and this is overflow when it is going just above the cell. Okay. This is you adjust, you wrap the text into that cell only. See, it is wrapped now. Okay. Now this is your clipping. You clip the cell wherever it is, it remains there only. So this is what formatting. You make your text or something like beautiful. The person who is going to observe your table or database, he is going to be attracted with what you have done. In case you are putting it in the simple way, nobody is attracted towards it. When I teach my student in junior class, I tell them that how your mama goes to beauty parlor. What happens? She comes in a beautiful way. In the same manner, we use formatting here and make our data beautiful. So this is what called formatting. Okay, coming to the next, sorting. So sorting is also of three types. I will be showing you here how you can sort your data. So this is, you can sort by number, you can sort by text, you can sort by dates also. So this is the text. One is simple formatting. Okay. One is simple sorting, sorry. When you go to data, you just sort your range, whichever range is there. If I'm sorting the complete sheet, we will use this sort sheet by A to Z. A to Z means alphabetically if I want to sort it. So my numbers will also be shortened alphabetically means from smaller to greater. Okay, from smaller to larger. It will be, if I am using this text portion, if I am selecting this text portion and I am shorting it, wait a minute. Okay, if I am shorting it, 6. Wait. Something is happened to my system today. I don't know. Okay, I'm selecting another sheet. Okay. So when you are going to select something, like I am selecting this is my selection, and I'm going in shorting. So data short range, because I've selected few cells. If I have to select the complete sheet, so I will go for sheet shorting. A to Z means from smaller to larger, or alphabetically A to Z. Z to A means larger to smaller, or from Z to A. In case I don't have to short this, I will customize my shorting. Okay. So I will go for.
So Google Form, like these are the basically whenever we want to give a questionnaire, whenever we are give a quick recap about the chapter which we have conducted, we want a quick feedback, we want a quick check on students about their understanding. We have a questionnaire, we make Google Form, and it's a collaborative. We can collaborate it with the another our co-teacher. We can real time sharing can happen with this. We can share it real time. Anyone can make changes, and Google Form are basically used for collecting the marking the questions. For surveys we can use them. For gathering, if we have went for a field trip or any other trip, we can have a quick feedback about those trips. We can have a quick quiz session in our schools regarding a particular topic. So I'll just start. We have to go from the from the waffle 9 dots. We'll click on 9 dots. We'll just move upward, and forms. We'll see forms over here. When we click, we'll go to the form. By clicking on this blank form, we can create a blank form. There's another way. The same way I told you before, and for the slides also, we can go to Waffle, we can go to a drive, and there also we can create a form. The first and most important thing, the first step which we should follow is giving a name to a form. For any of the thing which we are creating, we should first give the name. So untitled form, let me give it as soon as we give a name and we click over here, the name will automatically, it will take the name. Because it's a demo thing, today's date, I've given that whatever topic, whatever class you are making form for, we can give that as a name. Form description, if you want to give, we can mention a description about the form here. We can do the formatting in the heading, like if I want the text to be bold, italicized, I can do that. Now, before adding the questions, if we are making it as a quiz, few settings we need to make changes to. As you can see, there are 3 tabs. First one is a question. Second one is responses, where we will get our responses. Third one is settings of the form. So we'll click on the settings. I want to make this as a quiz. Now, what's the difference between the quiz and a normal form? Whenever I make a quiz, as you can see this tab, when I'll enable this tab, I'll get few pointers. Whenever I'm making a quiz, obviously a quiz always comes with a points, with grades. So same thing over here. Now, there are two options from this: immediate after submission or later after manual review. Like whenever you're making a quiz, a question. So as soon as a child submit the form, he or she will get the answers, will get the score. So do you want to opt for that, or you want to release the marks later on? Suppose we are taking a FA and we don't want PA. Suppose we are taking a PA on the form. We want to release marks a little later. We don't want to release the marks immediately. So in that case, I will choose this option. But if it is a normal entry ticket or an exit ticket or a normal FA, I want to release the marks then and there. So I can choose this immediate submission. Now, let's come down, let's scroll down. Here is a mixed question. Whether all the students will be seeing the same questions, correct answers will be released along with the questions. What is the point value? Now, default point value, which we can also alter. I want to keep it all the questions as 1 marker. So I can change my points over here. Now, we'll come down to the responses part. This is one of my personal experience, which I am telling. We should always take the email, we should always correct the email address. Because sometimes if there is a glitch, you don't know which child has submitted. So it's always better to take a email address. To automatically your checkbox will come to the student. You just need to check it. Now, if you want for your responder should get a copy, you should turn it off, or whenever they request, or always. These are the options. It depends upon your choice. I'm keeping it off. If they want the editing, these things should not, you can enable it if you want. This is one thing whenever we are taking PA or FAs. If we do not limit it to one response, the child is having a link. If the question is wrong, he can keep on trying and keep on resubmitting. So you will be seeing the topmost one, the latest one. So it's better to always enable this. That means the child will be able to give only one response. Okay. Now, default questions, presentation. What all do you want? Do you want to shuffle the question? Each question will be shuffled for each and every student. Do you want a confirmation message? When they submit, what confirmation message you want to pass on to the children? You can edit that. You can change that. If you don't want, let it be like that. Limit to the response. We have done that. View summary. If you want to view the summary of the results, we can do that. Autosave of all the respondents. You do not want to. These are all various settings which you can enable and disable according to your requirements. Default, verified, do not collect. If you want to collect the email address, default questions. Required. Now, default question, that means you make every question required. That means it is compulsory. Suppose your form is having 5 questions. You have to make every question required. Otherwise, the child cannot submit the form without attempting that particular question. These are the few settings which we can make. Once the settings are done, we can go to the question part. Now, as you can see on the right-hand side, a panel is coming, which is having different icons on this. So first one is adding questions. That means by clicking on this, I can add a question over here. Now, as the question window comes, here on the right-hand side, here you can see a blank area, a cursor is coming where you can type the question. This is the image icon. If you want to add an image to your question, we can do that. Here, first of all, we have to choose as a drop-down box. We have to choose what type of question we want, what type of question we are preparing. Like I want a short answer. Like if you are asking the name of a child, you can go for a short question. Like here, I'll write here, enter your name. Name of a child. So here it will come required. It will come as a short answer. As soon, because see, we have made the required, you can see a small asterisk sign. So a child cannot submit the form without attempting, without filling the details. I hope everyone knows the difference between a radio button and a checkbox. I'll repeat once again. Radio button, only one option is correct. Checkboxes, multiple answers can be there. So I am choosing right now. These are various others. If I want a drop down, I can choose this options. If I am making a form where I'm asking children to upload their work, I can choose this option. One by one, let me do it and show it to you. First, let's go for the multiple option. Here, I want an image question. So I'll go click on the image. It will take me to the insert image box from where I want to insert the image, whether I want to upload it from my computer or I want to insert a URL from my drive, photos, or from the Google images. I don't have any image right now, so I'll click on the images. I'll write, I'm making a form, a very basic form. So I can pick any picture out of this. So a big image will come. From the edges, we can anyway crop a picture. Crop to the size, whatever you want. From these three dots, from the snowman, we can choose the alignment of our picture, whichever, wherever we want. I want the picture to be in center. Once the picture is added, I want to write the question. Okay. Now, let's come down to the options. Here, add another. Okay. Two options only right now I'm doing. Now we have made a quiz. Now it will be autocorrect. So you can see, because we have changed the settings to make a quiz, I will get an answer key over here. To mark the correct answer, I have to click on answer key. By default, mark points will be 1, but just in case if you want to change the points for a particular question, you can do that. I don't want to change it. I am just marking the correct answer. As you can see, whenever I mark the correct answer, it is highlighted in green color and a small tick will come. Done. So my first question is made. And you can see the correct answer over here. Now I want to add another question. I'll click on the plus and I am making another question. Now, this is my question. Now in the options also, I can give an image. I've written identify monitor. So quickly select one, insert the picture. The picture will get inserted. Again, I can align it. I can add another picture to it. I can mark the correct answer. Click on done. So this is how we can insert, we can create an image question. Now, plus sign, I have clicked, I can add another question over here. Now, I don't want any image question now. I want, I can also enter image from here, right hand side from the small panel. I want to insert a video over here first. I want children to see the video first, and based on that video, I will be asking a question. Um, I can choose any video from here. Okay. So as you can see, this one is extra. I have not added any question, just coming in between. Okay. So what can I do is I can, with the 6 dots over here, either I can flip it, I can move my questions up and down also. I can drag and drop it. I can, or I can delete this. If extra tab comes, I can delete that also. Now, this is my video. I can add a question over here. Or simply, if I want in the end my kids to see the video, I can do that. Okay.
Hi, ma'am. Can you please show us once again how you added the video?
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you.
I want to add a video. On the right hand side, there's a panel coming, options coming. From there, there's second last option, add video to it. I can click over here and any topic I want. Sorry. Suppose I have given a questionnaire and in the end, I want my kids that in the end they should see a video. When they have finished, I want to see that, I want that they should see a video. So I'll click on the tab, the video tab. YouTube will open. Here I can type on the topic, whatever topic my current topic was going on. Say, what is a computer? So a video related with it will come. I can add that video, anything, whichever you want, you can select it. You can add a video over here. And with the snowman, you can align your video and you can give a title. This is how you can add a video in it. Now, once I have added, I keep on adding the questions. Now, I want to have a look how my form is looking. On the top, there is a preview button, the I button. That's a preview button. I'll click on the preview button. That is for your how my form will look. So this is how my form will look. First thing, because we enabled our email address, so a checkbox will come. The student, and it is as you can see, it is a required one. The asterisk sign is coming. Then, if you want, the child needs to enter the name over here. And then this is a question which is coming. You can try it and see. You can, here, option 1, option 2 is written. If I realize, oh, I should give the name also of the image. That's why we always preview our form and we can see that. Now, as you see, what is photosynthesis? A video is there. The child simply needs to click the video and the video will come. I realize this is the extra thing. I'll go back to the form. I'll exit the preview mode and I'll remove this. Again, I have inserted another video. The child will see this. Will simply click on the play button, see the video and exit. In the last, as you can see, the submit form is coming. Will I be able to do it? No, because this is required. I haven't selected it. I haven't done this. But I'll go. I'll exit the preview mode. I'll see wherever changes it was required. I'll delete this. I can give the option. I can rename it. Okay. Now, how to publish the form, how to share the form with my students. As you can see, the plus sign. Now, as we all know, whenever we share something, we have to give some rights, we have to make some changes. So here, general access is restricted. If you want to restrict it or you want with anyone with the link, we can do that. Responder view, that means the responder who will respond it, anyone with the link. I have made the changes. These are the changes which I have made. Now publish it. Anyone with the link. I need to do this, publish. My form is published. Now I want to paste, I have made the form. Now I want to paste the link in the GC for my students to attempt this form. So I'll click this link icon. I'll copy the link. Okay, I'm just going to the Meet and I'll copy. I've generated the link. I'll paste the link over here. As soon as anyone tries this form, I will start getting responses on this form. If any one of you can please try, then it will be easier for me to show how will you see the responses. Okay. Now it's a real time. See, as soon as somebody has tried, you can see the number of responses will keep on increasing. This is how you can see. So this is how we can figure it out. If my class is of 30 students, I'll quickly get to know who has attempted and who has not attempted. Let's go to the response tab. Again, in the response tab, I still not just got 10 responses. There are again 3 tabs: summary, question, and individual. Summary. I'll get an insight about the question. What is the average score which everyone is scoring? Here, I can see what is the score of individual student. I'll get the time also, at what time they have submitted, what is the score. I can see who all have submitted. I can see what is the correct answer for a particular, this is the individual question type, particular, what is the correct answer, how many of you have marked the correct answer. This, how many of you have marked the correct answer? This is how we can see. This is a question summary of all the questions. Here is the feedback, individual feedback, which I am getting. Third one is the individual feedback. If I want to see about this particular child, I can see what they have written, what they have attempted. I can see that. And that is how we can tell the students where and what went wrong. Now, once I have prepared, I have got the responses. Now, obviously, I want, because that's a PA or that's a FA, I want to store the marks. So I'll click on link to sheets. Now, as soon as you click on link to sheets, 2 options will come in front of you. Either I will create a new spreadsheet with this regarding this form. All my data from the form will be picked up and I will have a sheet. Or I want the marks to be in a existing spreadsheet. I don't have a spreadsheet, so I'll click on this. I've selected this option and click on create. Just wait for a few seconds. Correspondent Google Sheet will be created on this. See, where I will be having at a glance everything. My time will be available, email addresses, those who have attempted, score, their name, first question, second question, because the other 2 questions were the video questions. They are not coming because it was a viewable thing. So everything I will get over here. Now it's easier for the teacher to just pick up this score and paste it. I can go back to my form. This is how I will be creating a form. I can add different type of questions over here. I can get a response sheet over here. I can grade my forms. I can grade my forms. I can edit my form settings. I can view the responses. I can share the form with anyone. If I want to share with my co-teacher, I can share my form with a co-teacher. I can give her the link from here. She can click on the link. She can make the changes. If I want to make a copy, suppose I want to make a copy of my form, I can go on the three dots. I can make a copy of my form. Is that okay? We need to know all these points. I have covered all these points. Anyone, any question? Otherwise, let's go to our quiz. Okay. Let's go to our quiz. So the first question is this.
Ma'am, please represent slideshow.
Yes.
Okay, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm doing that. Yeah.
Okay.
Any?
Are you
Yeah.
reading the question?
I'll read the question.
Should I?
I'll do that.
Okay.
Mr. Bentley finds it easy to use Google Docs, Sheets, and Slides in his classroom, as they are very similar to other programs he had used in the past. He overhears his colleague, Miss Burnett, talk about using Google Forms as well, but isn't sure how it's relevant in the school environment. Which of the following are relevant uses for Google Form in education? Okay, designing a logo for a school football team, surveys for collecting data for group projects, gathering feedback on field trips, create formative quiz checks at the end of each lesson, performing basic calculations with numeric data, creating an interactive presentation. What do you think should be the correct answers?
Everybody is giving answer B, C, D. Let's check.
It's okay. Let's see. Great. It's B, C, D. Surveys for collecting data, gathering feedback, and creating formative quiz. Good. Let's move to the next question. Throughout the academic year, Mrs. Michelle has her students create many projects and would like to track the progress of her kids. She creates a Google Sheet that contains her students' name with each assignment, date, score, and standard address. The columns are name, assignment, date, score, standard address. Which tool can Mrs. Michelle use to add data to her Google Sheets more easily? Google Draw, Google Docs, Google Forms, or Google Slides?
The answer I'm getting here in the chat box, it's C.
See, Google Forms. Yes, it's Google Form. You can easily collaborate with Google Sheets. Okay. Okay, question 3. Okay,
Answer is displayed.
yeah, that's that's
We can go for
the
question
one.
2.
That's okay. Google Forms are we'll just see that Google Forms are most helpful in which type of task? Select all that apply, drafting responses to email, classroom quick checks, measure students' progress over time, communicating to large group of educators. As you can see, the classroom quick checks, measure student progress over time. It's okay. Now, next question. You have been asking students to watch short videos for homework instead of reading the textbooks. Students seem to be prepared for class, but you are wondering how many of your students are actually watching the videos. Which one of the sharing options below might help you to best gauge the compliance of your class by allowing you to include some comprehension questions? Check the link via email, embed the video in a Google form, embed the video in a slide deck, embed the video in a Google site. We just did it, how we can embed the video and how you can see the video in that. So what do you think the correct answer? Okay. I think so. I'll just quickly move to the answer. It's embed the video in a Google form, like we did. We can embed a video. We can pass on to the students. Through the responses, you will get to know which student has watched the video. Question 5. What are good uses of Google Forms in the classroom? There are multiple questions, as you can see. Select all that apply. Whenever this statement comes, that means there are more than one answer. Quizzes, assessments, gather research data, draft an essay or surveys. What do you think we use Google Form for in the classroom? Mata ma'am, are we getting the answer?
Yeah, I'm getting ABD.
ABD, okay. Yeah, correct. It's A, quizzes, gather research data, and for surveys, we can use Google Form. Next question, why would you want to have people fill out Google Form rather than simply sharing a Google Doc with them to collect their responses? Again, select all that apply. That means multiple, more than one answer. There's the option to use number of different question formats like multiple choice, true and false, scales, etc. with Google Forms. You can use responses section in the form to see a graphic breakdown of all responses. Google Docs are harder to organize in Google Drive, or all form responses are saved in a Google Sheet and the results are easier to see. What do you think? What do you think all the options should be?
ABD. The
ABD?
answer I'm getting.
Yeah, ABD. Correct.
So everybody has understood, I think.
Yeah, they have got. Now, this is one. Here, you have to do drag and drop with the questions. This is one type of question which will be there in your L1 exam. Mr. Hoffman is using Google Slides to introduce a new class project. He wants to embed and link to docs, forms, and drawing in order to make his slides more interactive. Use drag and drop to match the Google app with a way that it can be used within slides to encourage student participation. Now, one side you will have Google applications, various Google applications. The other side, you will have usage within Google Slides. Now, we have to drag and drop. What do you think should all come in Google Docs? Gauge understanding, additional reference material, rate the content that is better presented, suggestion notepad, graphical design ideas.
Give your answer first for Google Form.
Give your Google Forms, okay. What all
So
will be
Google
there?
Form is BD. B
It
and B and D.
B and D. Okay. Okay. Google Docs.
Oh, sorry, Google Docs, it is B and D, I think. The
Google
first
Docs is B and D. Yeah. And what
then
is for Google Forms?
Now we can have the answer for Google Forms.
Question your answer for Google Forms. What do you think? Which option will fall under Google Form?
It is C and D.
C and D for Google Forms. Okay. And for Google Drawing? I think only one option is left for Google Drawing.
E. Everybody is saying E.
Everybody is saying E. Yeah, great. Let's check the answer. For Google Docs, it is additional reference material and suggestion notepad. For Google Forms, we have gauge understanding because we use Google Form for that, and rate the content which is being presented. We grade students. Google Drawings, graphically designing our ideas. That's for Google Drawings. Okay. All about Google Forms. I hope I'm able to make a Google Form a better interactive place. You can have a good understanding. Hello?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. I thought I'm disconnected.
Everybody is showing their thumbs up.
Thank you.
Now I am presenting.
Yeah,
And
over to you. Over to you, Smita ma'am.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
I hope my screen is present.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. And we'll pick up all the queries towards the end of the session.
Yes, I am presenting the entire screen so that I can show you all pop-up windows also. Okay. So I was on the sorting. So when I selected this cells and went to sorting, see, short sheet, short range. So I have selected a range. Range means I have selected few cells that comes into range. So when I select some range, I want to select and do the sorting with alphabetical order, or the order has to be changed Z to A or A to. It's increasing order or decreasing order. If I say decreasing order, so what happens? The data change, the higher order data will be on the top and the lower order will be on the bottom. Now, if I want to change my this in a custom way, like I'm setting a range, I'm going to advanced range sorting. Now, it says with which row you want to change the data, with which column you want to change according to F column, G column, or H column. I said, no, I have a header on my columns. So then it will ask you whether you want to change according to the number, according to the text, according to the dates. If I say number, so my all the sheet will be changed according to the number. Can you see increasing order? It is changed. Arnavi, earlier it was, Arnavi was here. In the next data, you can see Arnavi's date of birth was here in the last row. But now Arnavi was on the top according to the whole complete sorted selection is changed according to the number I have used. Then when I choose another one and I say short the range, advanced range, if I go for Z to A, means I want the data in a different order, then, and I said I have a header and now I want with the text. So I want this as Z to A and short it. See, the last S is on the top and Arya is at the bottom. So the complete selection area is sorted as I given the sorting this instruction. So this is what sorting is. You can go select the range. If I say, if I ask, sort the sheet, the complete sheet by A to Z. Okay, all number of data. See, everywhere the top portion is changed. This is changed. Okay, this is the sheet. I want everything to be changed. Short sheet according to A to Z. The sheet is changed. Arnavi is there on the top. Okay. Now coming to the next, that is function. So we all make tabulations in our school. We take and keep the marks of each test. In our school, we make a tabulation, a mark list or a mark sheet in the computer. So when we have to use this is the marks. And now I have to calculate that Aditya has got how many marks in all the subject. What is the total of this Aditya marks? How much he has scored out of 200 or out of 100? What is the marks? If I say like these 2 marks was out of 50, this was out of all the marks was out of 100. And what is the total of this? So I will be using formulas. There are formulas and function. Formulas are the inbuilt function which a sheet has. You can see these formulas here. You can find these formulas here. But first you have to start with equals to sign. When you put equals to sign, it will give you an option. What you have to do? You have to sum. If you say yes, I have to sum and enter. You will get the sum option here. But in case you want to type, you just have to type sum bracket and then you can select the range which you want to sum up. So I have selected B2 till E2. So it is the range here. As I was talking about the address name, this is here, it is represented as name box. Here you find the address of the cell. This is the cell we are using. From B2 to E2 with a colon sign, we select a range. So when we put enter, I will get a total. Then it will ask you suggested outfill. Suggested outfill means you want in the whole column the same thing. If you click on cross, that means you don't want it. If I say no, I will not get same thing. So what I will do is I can drag. Can you see the blue color pointer? You can drag and use the same formula everywhere and you will get the addition of all this, like Anu's marks also, Arya's marks also, the sum of all the marks here in total. Now, when the teacher or the coordinator asks you that I want Adit's average marks, so how to get the average marks there? Same, very simple, is equal to sign and you just have to type average. See, by default, it also gives, because it is an inbuilt feature, it will give you average here and the same range is also giving here. So if you want to select this, you can go ahead and select this. In case you want to do it manually, same thing, you don't use this, is equal to average, click on bracket, opening bracket, and then close the bracket after selecting the range. You will get the average here. Okay? You will get the average here. Now what you will do is, you want suggested outfill, you click on this. You click on this. Okay? And you will get the average of all the students. In case you don't want this, you again want to do it manually, you go to the first one, there is a dot here, you drag it and you will find this here. Then comes minimum. Minimum is the lowest mark. How much the lowest mark he has got. So is equal to min, min, again the bracket, select the range, then close the bracket and enter. So this is the minimum number which he has received in the test. It is appearing here. Again, it is suggesting to autofill. I just say yes. So it will autofill of all the students. Any doubt till here? Any doubt till here? Great. So coming to the max function. So max function also same. See, spreadsheet gives you very easy way to use functions. So max for maximum, then the bracket. Again, I will select the range. Only one range I have to select and close the bracket. Click on enter. I will get the maximum marks Aditya has scored here. Same, you are getting suggested autofill. You can click on suggested autofill and you can come to this. So this is clear to everyone. Good. Okay. Okay. Now coming to count function. Now sometimes we fill the data and we are supposed to count it. How many student data we have filled? Or what is the data there? So what you will do is, okay. So count function will count the data here. See, if I am using here count bracket and I am counting this, how many test day numbers I have taken, So it will count here and give me that 4 datas are here, like 3 test marks. I have not selected the 4th one, I think. Wait a minute. Let me select the complete data here. Okay, a bracket. And then I am selecting. So I'm getting 4. So 4 numerical values are inserted here and it counted it here. This is only for numbers which we enter. Okay. Then if I drag it, it will give me the answer that yes, only 4 test numbers I have inserted. In case I want every cell to be counted, the sum also and average also, everything, the numbers. So what I will do, I will just select all the numbers. Okay. And then, wait a minute. I will select the numbers because there I have used the formula and enter. See, 68 numbers were there. It counted and given me. Now there is another function. Just now we were counting only the numbers. Now I want to include the text also along with the number. So I will use count A. Okay, so count A function count everything. The alphabets also, the numbers also. Now I closed it with the bracket after selecting the range. So I got 85 numbers here. So 85 from alphabets, you can see it is counted here. It is 85. Earlier it was 68. Now after this, there were 16 more and it counted here. It is 85 here. So I auto-filled, it will give me another number of this. So count A function is like that. See, like I am counting using it here also. Count A, bracket, and I use this text, everything, and I want to count it. See, 90, along with the headings and all. It has counted and given me. So this is count A function. Now count if. Here if is used to say the condition. Count karo if agar isme ye ho. So again I will use count. Okay, bracket. I will use the range here. Put a comma here. Then in inverted commas, if I write 45 count, if 45 is there, count if 45 is there and enter. So how many times 45? Oh, sorry, count if I missed if. Sorry. Count if 45 is there. So only 145 is there. You can see here, only 145 is in the first column. Nowhere else is 45. Let me show you by Control F 45 if I'm searching. Only 145 is there and it's searched here. If I say is equal to count if bracket, I've taken the range, comma, how many hundreds are there? Okay, insert. So there are 400s. Let's see it is counting correct or wrong. You can see in the range which I have selected. I have only selected the test marks, not the maximum and minimum. So here it is giving 4 only. Clear? COUNTIF is clear.
Ma'am, can we also ask COUNTIF if the marks are more than 45? So who all have more than 45 like that?
Yes, of course, we can ask. I was going to show you the same. See, like we used to have a mark sheet, isn't it? And we have a mark sheet, and according to the marks, how many students are greater than 50, say that they have got F grade, yeah, D grade, C grade, B grade. So there you can use this formula also. Multiple ifs are used there. Can you see there? If B2 is less than 64, make it false. Yeah, F, give him grade F. If B2 is greater than less than 73, then T. If B2 is less than 85, then C. If B2 is less than 95, then B grade, or whatever is left after 95, give the grade A and close the brackets. So less than sign, greater than signs are also used. See, I am using it here also. Is equal to count if selected this, comma, inverted quotes, greater than 45, and then close the bracket. So there are, it says less than 45 is 0. I have put the less than sign, I think. Eight, less than 45 is 8 digits are there, which are less than 45. It has given there. And then if I want greater than, so I can use greater than sign. And there are 59 numbers. Those are greater than this 45. So you can see that we have counted. Is it clear to you, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And we can use if functions also. There is a if function. With that, we can give the grading also, comparing the grades. So B2, we have B2, what we have? 96. This score is there. If B2 is less than 64, what is the grading there? You can see that. Give it false, and this is the table output here. Then we are coming towards chart. Okay. So let me close this find button. So then we are analyzing the data nowadays. To analyze the data, we have to create some infographics, graphs like that, and to just check out. So this sheet also give us the feature to make the chart. So see, this is the tabulation of a class, and I want to create a chart. So what I will do is, I will go to chart section, insert chart. If you can see here, it will give you suggested charts here. See, one chart is, column chart is by default made here. Then if you don't want that column chart, setup is here, the setup and customize. You can customize also. This is the setup. If you don't want column chart, because this column chart is present here, because it's suggested by default to you that this tabulation with this mark list, you can use column chart, you can use line chart, you can use bar chart, and you can use scatter chart. There are different type of chart. So this was suggested by Google Sheet. But in case you don't want to use that, you have another options also. You can go for line charts, area charts, column charts, bar chart, and pie chart. So scatter, map, there are many charts there. So I would like to make a column chart, which is there, or we can use a bar chart also. See, with this you can use, if you increase the size you can see the Aditya has got these are all legions. You can see here, the blue color line is used for test 1 marks. That means that child has scored marks like more than 75. You can see the marks here. Then red color line shows that Aditya has scored less than 50 marks in the test 2. Yellow color mark shows that Aditya has scored more than 75 and near about 100 in the test, the third test. And fourth line shows that Aditya has scored more than 25 but less than 50 marks in the test. So this is how you can make a chart. If you want to move, now it is on the table, you want to move that chart on another sheet. So you have an option to move that chart on the another sheet, like move to own sheet. When you click on this, a chart is created on the new sheet. This is only a chart sheet. So you can easily make it out from here. Coming here, now you cannot find the chart here because it is moved to its own sheet. So it is here. Now again, I am going on charts. Again, I am going on charts. Okay, I showed you this. Now we have y-axis and x-axis here. So y-axis, if you want to change, you can change it. And here is the, let me change the, I should make the pie chart here. Okay, so if this is a pie chart which I have made, if you want to give the label to this, now here you want to give label. Just now I want to change the range. You can change the range. Use the column as a label. I don't want the column as a label. I want the row as a header. So row will be changed and made it as a header. Switch rows to column. Now rows will switch into column if you take it like this. According to the marks, it is here. You can change it. Then come customize option. You want to change the chart style. You want to change the background color. I want the background color in blue. So you can change the background color. If you want to change the default, you don't want this default font, you can change the font. You don't want the chart border to be grayish. You want it green. So you can make it like this. Then you can maximize it. You can make it a 3D model. Okay. Then you have a pie chart. You have an option here. With that also, labeling, font size, donuts, pie slices. If you want a pie slice to move out from the circle. So you can click 25% you want or 50% out of this to just show your student that these many students have scored this many marks. Like blue color marks, it shows that these many students have scored 78 marks. Now, red marks shows that these many students have scored 46 marks. So this is how you can distinguish and you can tell your student or the seniors about the data analysis you can do about the mark sheets you have. Now you want to edit the chart. There is an option to edit also. You can use edit and it will take you to the same setup page. From there you can edit. You can delete the chart. Even you can download these chart as PNG, PDF and scalable vector. If you want this chart to put it on some slide and do the presentation, you can just download as a PNG and put it as an image on the slide. You can publish that chart for everyone to see. You can copy this chart and you can move this chart to own sheet. Then just now I am deleting this chart. This was a view on a larger scale. Now one by one, if you want to see that Aditya has a downfall in his test, or he has scored higher marks. He has been going to a higher section. So for that, you can use sparkline, a small miniature form of graph, that is sparkline. Sparkline, bracket, and then select the cell which you want to see and close it. You can see that earlier he has a good marks, then he came down with 46 marks. Then again in the third test, he scored 90 marks. And after that, in the fourth test, again he came down with 34 marks. This is how you can create of each student a graphical representation of his work. So this is clear. If it is clear, put Y there. Okay. So I can see thumbs ups there. Then after that, I'm coming to protect sheet. Protect sheet. You are sharing your sheet with everyone. We all get a tabulation in our school with multiple tabs, multiple sheets, and where we work together. If you are sharing your sheet and you want that Q section or the sheet, my tab should not be touched by anyone. So you can protect your sheet. See, you have an option. If this chart is there, I want nobody should touch my sheet. So I will protect my sheet. This is a window which appears when I get on protect. It asks me whether you want to select some range to be not touched by other colleagues, or you want the complete sheet to be protected. If I say no, I want the complete sheet. So chart 4 will be selected here. If I say no,
Smita ma'am, your double box is being visible. Yeah, please. Thank you.
clear? And let me close this then. Okay, now it is clear. So if I want a range to be selected, I can put a range here. So let me go for this in another sheet so that I can show you better. So I want this sheet to be protected. So I said protect this sheet. Now I want range to be selected, that no one can touch these range. Marks should not be touched by anyone. So I've selected the range. Okay. Wait a minute. So I've selected a range. Can you see here? This range is selected. I said, okay. Now I have to set a permission here. Who can touch this sheet? I said this. I have given this permission to Smita Jain, and she can do it. I want some other person to be editor here. I said Swati ma'am can edit this sheet. Only Swati ma'am can edit. So I have set a permission also. Mere siva, only Swati ma'am can touch the sheet and can edit. Nobody else. After that, I can give the permission to see other text, other information. Anybody can use it. This is one way. If I want this, wait. If I don't want this sheet to be protected, I want the complete, not the range. I want the complete sheet to be protected. So what I will do is click here, protect sheet. The sheet name is there presented here. Except certain cell nahi, mujhe puri sheet ko wo karna hai. And then I clicked on set permission. So who can do the editing? Only Swati ma'am, if I say. So I've given the permission only Swati ma'am. If I want to add somebody else, I said Hema ma'am. So I clicked on Hema ma'am also. So only 2% other than me can use it. Show a warning when editing in this range. If I want only that कि कोई अगर मेरे इस area को touch करे, I get a warning. So that also you can do. Restrict editing, that also you can do, and done. So now nobody, you can see a lock put it here. So nobody can touch the sheet now. So clear? So I think I have covered all the topic. Let us check. So spreadsheet vocabulary, I have explained in the starting. Create, format, collaborate. Collaborate was left at that time. So when you share your sheet, it is same as the doc. I told you, you give a name to it. You give a name to it and then you work on it. So this is what you do. I have already given a name, day 3 practice sheet. And then whichever person you want to share in the same way as form was there, as doc was there, give the name there. If you want to say some message there, you can put the message there. You want that person as a viewer, commentator, editor, you can set that and you can send it there. So you can do it like this. Now after this, again I have a version history here also. See, I have made the changes. I have put the formulas and function and formatting feature. Now I don't want anything on my screen. So I will just come back, restore this sheet. Okay. And then I can take that sheet like that. Any doubt till here? So let's come to the question answer thing. Let's check our understanding. So chart created in Google Sheet can be added to Google site. This I have not told you. Yes, you can download that chart and you can add it to the Google site. I'm telling you because I have not explained you this thing because we were going out of the time. So yes, you can do it. Should I show you this? If you all say yes, so I will show you how you can use it. Okay. So this was a chart. Okay. Download the chart, edit the chart, publish the chart, and copy the chart. So you can download this chart, see PDF and PNG, and you can use this chart in your this also Google site also. I'm opening Google site. Sorry. Wait. You can't find it here. Wait, and on the this Google site is there. Okay, this is Google site. So if I download my graph here, this is downloaded as PNG. And if I want to use it on my Google site, I will insert images, upload. Now I will go to download section. I have my chart here and I can use it here. As a Google Sheet also, if you want to insert your chart, you can insert as a Google Sheet also. When you go to insert, drive, and you want to use your file here. This is a chart if I'm maintaining a chart only. So I can use my Google Sheet and I can insert it here. It will be inserted and it can be used. You can see here. There is a chart also which we can use. when we see view portion, let me come to preview section. You can see here charts. The chart is available here. Can you see it? Okay. So let me close this. Come to the presentation. So now tell me, chart created in a Google Sheet can be added to Google site. Swati ma'am, please tell me the answer.
Ma'am, they were just seeing it. Yes, they are saying yes. True,
Okay,
that is A.
true. Correct. Now second is, which chart can be used to show trend over time?
Will it be a bar chart, pie chart, scatter plot, or a line chart? Okay, everyone is saying D.
Correct. Now, Mr. Mycott wants to share the result with another teacher, but not allow the teacher to alter the data. Which of this choice allow this? Select all that apply. What will be the answer?
So here
Protected,
you can have multiple answers.
protected slide, protected menu. More than one answers are there.
Yeah.
So
A,
which
B,
options are there?
A, B. The mixed bag coming. Somebody saying B, A, D. Somebody saying only A and B.
We want to share the result with another teacher. This is the result, the mark list, and I want to share it. I don't want anybody to make changes in my data. Only he has to see. I have protected my sheet or range, whatever it is. So what three options are there which can be selected here?
Most of them are saying A and B, and others are saying only B. See, wherever select all is applied, we can have multiple answers.
So it is A and B. I told you just now, I showed you protect
Yeah.
range and protect sheet. Two options were there. Now, facts about sheet: up to 5 million cells for spreadsheet that are created in or converted Google Sheet. So the horizontal lines are called rows, vertical lines are called column, and when it intersect each other, it makes a cell. So up to 5 million cells for spreadsheets that are created in or converted to Google Sheets. 40,000 new rows at a time. Maximum number of columns are like 18,278. That is 256 column per sheet you get. So there are multiple sheets also. So number of tabs in a workbook, there are 200 sheets which you can use. So you just think how many database you can create on one workbook. Maximum string length is 50,000 characters. In one cell, you can use 50,000 characters. So that's all from my side.